Good morning, Goddess. It's time for our Goddess Chat. This is Goddess Serrita coming at you today with just a little chat about moving past fear. For those of you who are unfamiliar with me, I am a spiritual life coach whose focus is on self-love and your soul's purpose, and I help women to rediscover their inner goddess essence. I help you to rekindle and reconnect with the flame that lives within you. And today we are getting ready to ignite the fire and bring it all the way up. Welcome into the space, ladies. We are going to have a little chat about moving past fear. Because you know what? Let's face it, at one point or another, we all have dealt with fear from something, fear of failure, fear of moving forward because you feel as though you can't do it, or it messes with your confidence, or it just has such a stronghold on you, and it will keep you stuck and stagnant throughout your life. And you'll look back 10 years later and you'll still have that same dream, that same goal, that same aspiration of achieving something. And because your fear was so strong, you are at the same place that you were at. Let's ask ourselves a question though. What's the worst thing that could happen? What? You let others down? You let yourself down? You know what? You get to get up and do it again. You get to get up and try again. So what if you do fail? Guess what? That wasn't the only opportunity that you had. You create that. The opportunity started with your mind, baby. You created it. So you can achieve it. I want you to get that. You created it with your mind so you can achieve it. So let's go deeper. We're walking down the steps and we're going to unpack this thing a little bit. Okay, first point. At some point or another, everybody comes up against fear. What really matters is what you do with that fear. If I have a point and a moment of honesty with you right now, I am going through one of the most fearful times in my life. Why? Because I am getting ready to unpack my life. I'm getting ready to remix my truth. I'm getting ready to walk in the direction of my destiny, and I am walking away from six figures to fulfill my passion. I'm walking away from everything to stand in the truth of who I am and who I know myself to be. And you know what? I'm good. I'm scared as hell. I would be lying if I didn't say I wasn't scared as hell. But guess what? I have the tools that are going to support me to get to climb up the steps. Because remember, we went down. So I'm climbing up out of this thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it happen for myself. And guess what? In the event that something happens in my life and things don't go as planned, I know that it's always going according to plan, because I get to make a new plan, and I get to just stop, take a moment, and to think about what it is I want to do now. You know, when we have fear, I have feared walking in the truth of who I am for so long that it has stopped me from putting my all into it. Like, it has really held me captive and kept me stuck in my life. It has made me doubt what I know. It has made me in spaces and places that I was supposed to speak up because this is my jam, my joint. I know this. Like, this is my thing. I played a back, and I sit and I listen and I unpack it in my mind, because fear held me back from speaking up, or from stepping into the moment at the time that may have been the perfect time for me to flourish, and the perfect time just for me to show up for myself. Fear has caused me in my life to continue to play it safe. And guess what? We getting ready to bet the whole bank, because every time I'm betting on me. Every time I'm betting on me. And you should too. That's what we're going to do, is we're going to bet on ourselves, our own abilities, our own talents. We're going to stop putting more and pouring more into others than we do ourselves. Because sometimes we spend so much time looking over here, paying attention to what they got going on, that you fail to see the own greatness that exists and live within your own temple. But we're bringing it back to us because we can ready to relish in our own goddess essence. We can ready to bring the goddess up a couple of levels. We can ready to ignite our power and step into the truth of who we know ourselves to be. And you know what? We're getting ready to live the life of our dreams, because something that fear, remember, we down a few levels. Something that fear has stopped me from doing, and I'm sure a lot of you, is living the life of my dreams. I desire to live in a tropical environment. I desire to create magic in my life. I desire to be connected to the divine. I desire to walk in love. I desire to provide products for women that help them to wake up, help them to rediscover things about themselves that they may have forgotten. I desire to walk in the light, and I desire to fully accept the truth of who I am. Let's stop living small. Let's stop dreaming small. You know, for some people, this fear is so big, it causes anxiety, self-sabotage. You have low confidence. You show up with this need to be perfect as if anyone is perfect. Guess what? No one is perfect. Even, you know, the person that you look at as being on top of their game, they always get it right. Guess what? They will tell you they fell down a couple of times before they got it right. Allow yourself the opportunity to go through the process. You don't know if you're going to fall down or not. So how are we going to move past fear? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on the right things, and in my mind, and I want you to do the same thing. I'm going to be present in this moment. And I'm going to take this thing one step at a time. And I'm going to get clear on what it is that I truly desire. Because a lot of us have cloudy visions. We don't know what the hell it is that we want. We have a general idea, and it's all over the place. It's just all over the place. Well, guess what? We're going to take a moment to get clear, because you get to do that. That's self-love. That's honoring you. Take a moment to focus on the right things. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the sabotaging thoughts are not going to come up. Yes, they are. But what we're going to do as they come up is we're going to cancel them out, because we're going to say, hey, Serrita, you can't possibly think you're going to move to the tropics. How are you going to survive? Guess what? Not only am I going to survive, I'm going to thrive when I move to the tropics. That part. That's right. That's right. And I'm going to walk in it and step in it. But guess what? I get to pace myself, because it's not a race. I am only going against myself. And I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to remember that I'm in this moment. And as I'm going through this moment, I have time to work things out, and time to figure out what exactly it is. What are the steps that I need to truly do this thing? We are taking time to focus on the right things and pacing ourselves so that we can get clear about the direction that we want our lives to go in. And when I say get clear, let's get a pen and some paper. Let's get your phone, and let's clarify what it is that you really want. What is your vision? Do you have a clear vision? Release anything that anyone else desires for you outside of yourself. This is not their journey, it is yours. I'm not going to say don't take anything anyone says into consideration. That's unrealistic. I do it. I'm not going to tell you to do it. But what I'm telling you is, as you are creating the vision for your life, this is about you and what you want. So your vision needs to be all you, all you, all you. All you, goddess. That's right. And you know what we're going to start doing? So we focus on the right things. We paced ourselves. We got clear on what we want. And now we're going to start empowering ourselves. I'm going to take a moment to look into the camera. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Do you have millionaire aspirations and you're hanging out with beer budget people? Are you still hanging around those same people that you were hanging around 10 years ago, who are in the same position that they were in 10 years ago? Goddess, you got to move past that. I'm not saying remove these people from your life. I'm saying deposit people into your circle who support and believe in your dreams. Surround yourself with people who are where you want to be. You want to be a millionaire. Why are you not learning from a millionaire? Why haven't you aligned yourself to that energy and to that frequency? Why are you not telling yourself, I am a millionaire. I am a money magnet. Like, speak life, speak power over yourself. Start to draw that thing that you want, because here's the thing about the universe. I'm going to say it's magnetic. And what you tell yourself comes. Who you surround yourself with, you become. We hear that, and a lot of times, I remember when I was growing up, my dad used to say birds of a feather flock together. It used to make me so mad, because I saw myself as being different from the people who who were my best friends. Like, I just always have told myself, oh, I'm different. I'm not like anybody else. And when I think about it now, birds of a feather flock together. That has been my experience. Even when I'm showing up differently, I can find quite a few common things between us, which is what initially attracted us in the first place. There are some common differences. So I'm just going to tell you to pay attention to your circle. Pay attention to your top 5. Start aligning with some people who can help you. You need a coach. You need I'm going to even say therapy. You need a plan. You need to bring things into your life that are going to promote your growth. Bring things into your life. You need a spiritual practice daily, not when things get rough, daily. You have to connect to the energy of divine and the energy of the universe, which is love. You have to walk in love and light. You can't walk around being sour 16 hours out of the day, and then the rest of the time you're love and light. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So just start empowering yourself. Remember, as the thoughts come up, we cancel them out. We're going to focus on what we want. We're going to pace ourselves. It isn't a race. It is not a race. A lot of times, and I had to even check myself for this. A lot of times we will see other people who are aligned with something that we wanted for ourselves, and we will start paying a whole lot of attention to their journey. And as we're paying giving that attention to their journey, guess what it causes us to do? Our eyes get off of our own journey, and we become focused and zeroed in on what's going on in their life, and we start to pay less attention to what's going on in our own. You cannot be more invested in someone else's journey than you are your own. So we're going to get ready to close this thing out. This message was divine, and I feel fired up, because you know what? We get ready to walk toward the light. We're going to walk into the truth of who we are. Who are you? Answer that. Who are you? Don't hesitate. Step into it. just like that, with that level of cockiness, because you get to pat your own self on the back. You get to love on yourself. You get to call into your life what you want. So here is the call of action. What we're going to do is, I want you to answer, what is it that you fear, and what is the worst thing that could happen? And then I want you to answer, what is more important, your goal or your fear? Fill the comments up. What is it that you fear, and what's the worst thing that can happen? And you know what that's going to do? It's going to bring things, I'm thinking, into perspective, because a lot of times the answer is, what's going to happen? Nothing. You disappointed yourself. You disappointed yourself. And everything starts with self, and you get to also be loving to yourself, and to remix and redo anything that did not work. Anything that did not work. So goddess, as you go forth, I just want you to get out your journal, and we are going to go on a journey that we're going to take together. We're going to identify what it is that we want. We are going to walk past fear, and we're going to dig ourselves from these levels that we went down. We're going to dig ourselves up out of that. So get ready. Get ready. Have an amazing day.